Hello, class 11th. Now, the next chapter that we are required to study is the calculation of mean, median, and mode. But before we proceed with the calculations, it is important to know that how are the data classified, how are they grouped into different series so that the calculation becomes easier. So the raw data is of no use. We cannot find any conclusion from the raw data. So we need to classify the data. Now, classifying the data means that you arrange the data in some sequence or you group them according to their common features or separate them on the basis of common features so that they make some sense. So that's called as classification of data. That means you are arranging them into a sequence or you are grouping them into different groups on the basis of similarities or different characteristics. That's called classification. Now, the next is statistical series. Now, on the basis of classification, this data can be classified into different statistical series. Now, statistical series means arrangement of data in some logical order. Now, why do we need the data to be in logical order? Because if there's a logical order of the data, we'll be able to draw out some conclusion, some inference from there. Otherwise, the data will be of no use. Now, we may segregate the data on the basis of size, on the basis of weight, height, gender, whether male, female, on the basis of time slot. So there are different attributes on the basis of which we can classify the data. Now, statistical series have been divided into, for the purpose of studying your mean, median, mode, you need to know three types of series: individual series, then you have a discrete series, and the third is continuous series. Now, what do you mean by individual series? Individual series means when the items are listed singly, when one value has been assigned one place. That's called as listed singly. Now, in an individual series, the data may be unorganized or it may be in the form of organized data. Now, how unorganized? Now, suppose the question says that marks obtained by 10 students in a class. So this is the marks given which is obtained by 10 students in the class. So there is no particular order. Randomly the numbers are given. 10 students, you do not know who the 10 students are. You just are given the marks of 10 students in a class. So it's randomly given. So this is unorganized data. Then you have organized data where this raw data is organized in a particular order. Orderly arrangement of data is done in case of organized data. Now the arrangement can be done in two ways. One is either we provide serial number to the data over here, and the other way is to arrange them into an array. Array means that either you arrange the data in ascending order of magnitude or in descending order of magnitude. So for example, if you take the same raw data here, now one way is that you can give them serial number. Now this is serial number 1, so 35, then 40, serial number 2, then 38, serial number 3. So you have given these values a serial number. This is serial number. And this is your variable which is changing. So variable keeps changing. So here the first method is that you have arranged the data according to the serial number. The same raw data has been arranged according to the serial number. The other method is to arrange in the order of magnitude, where either in the increasing order, which is called as ascending, or in decreasing order, which is called as descending. Ascending may you keep the lowest value first. So in this data, the lowest value you can see is 17. So 17. Then slowly and gradually you will ascend. You will go up higher values. 17, then 22, then 25, 29, 35, 36, 38, 40, 42, 45. So you have arranged this data in ascending order. Next is descending order. That means highest value first, 45, then 42, then 40, then 38, 36, 35, and so on. So this is how the individual series is represented. I hope this is clear to you. Now, next we have the discrete series. Discrete series represents discrete variables. Discrete means which have got definite value. जैसे अगर if you talk about the number of children in a family, so number of children in a family cannot be in fractions. So absolute values जो होती हैं उनको discrete series represent करती है. And they show exact values of different items of the series. Means कितनी बार in a raw data, how many times a particular value is repeating itself. That is shown by discrete series. So for example, if you are given a data like this, that marks of 28 students in a class. How many students? 28 students. Now, this data shows discrete series. Why? Because they are showing here that 10 marks are obtained by 7 students. Out of 28 students, 7 students have got 10 marks. So they have specifically told you that how many times in the data this marks has repeated itself. So 10 is obtained by 7 number of students, 15 marks is obtained by 9 students, 20 marks is obtained by 8 students, 25 marks is obtained by 4 students out of 28 students. Now, how do you know that this information which is given is correct? You add up these values. Now, they're talking about marks of 28 students. Now, if the sum of all these values is 28, that means the data given here is correct. There's no mistake. So, 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. So this is how the discrete series is represented. Each variable is assigned with the frequencies. This is number of students. This is called as frequency. Frequency means how many times is a variable repeating itself in the data. Alright, is that clear? So I hope this is clear to you. Individual series and discrete series. Further, we will discuss the other series as and when we continue with the calculations of mean, median and mode. So you must have got an idea that what type of series are we going to study. So in the next turn, we will take up the calculation of mean, median and mode. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.